p.m. Tonight, the Oakland Invaders try to stop the famed running back of the New Jersey Generals, Herschel Walker, who needs just 105 yards total today to reach the magic mark of 2,000 yards on the year. That figure would put him in select company indeed. For in all of pro football, only these men, O.J. Simpson twice, Jimmy Brown, Walter Payton, William Andrews, and Wilbert Montgomery have ever turned that trick. 2,000 yards in one season. Hello, I'm Tom Kelly. My broadcast partner is Don Heinrich. Herschel Walker, 105 yards. I don't know if you can stop him, but how does Oakland keep him from being the deciding factor in this ball game?
Well, the first thing they're going to have to do is keep him off the field. In order to do that, they're going to have to move the ball offensively. They have a good running attack, spearheaded by Arthur Whittington. They have the #1 passer in the league in Fred Basana. They're going to throw control to medium-range passes to keep that offense moving the football, utilizing that time, and keeping Herschel out of there.
Keep him on the sidelines, huh?
That's the #1 key. And, of course, defensively, they've made a couple of changes in order to stop him because not only could he go outside, but he's very dangerous on the cutback.
He's a premier running back, to be sure. New Jersey has a chance to really spoil things in the Pacific Division. After this game, they now go against Los Angeles later in the year. And, of course, with Denver winning last night, pressure indeed on the Oakland Invaders and the Los Angeles Express, who are tied for the division lead. Should be an exciting game. The weather's beautiful and the crowd will be big. Thank you for joining us. Tom Mees is next, and we'll be back with the kickoff.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tom Mees. We could be witnessing a slice of pro football history tonight if Herschel Walker can go for 105 yards total to join the select company of over 2,000 yards gained both running and pass receiving in a single year in pro football. Right now, let's take a look at some team statistics for the New Jersey Generals and the Oakland Invaders. About the same as far as points scored for each one of these teams. 17-9 for New Jersey, 18-4 for Oakland. But the real differential here is in points allowed. The New Jersey Generals have been giving up, on average, 7 more points a game than the Oakland Invaders. The New Jersey General defense will be tested tonight. For them to beat the Oakland Invaders, the defense has to play a solid game and not let the Oakland Invaders and quarterback Fred Basana work out their ball control offense. Basana, keep in mind, is the top-rated quarterback in the United States Football League. But without a doubt, the reason the crowd is so big tonight in Oakland and the focus of primary attention across America will be on number 34 for the Generals, running back Herschel Walker, the brilliant rookie from Georgia. He has a chance to go over 2,000 yards for his rookie season in total offense. And our Tom Kelly spoke with number 34 just a few moments prior to kickoff.
I've always had, at least I always loved to live an exciting life because I think excitement is the key to life. And whenever I step onto the field, I go out there with the frame of mind that I'm going to give it 110%, that I'm going to try with all my might, and I'm going to be a better football player one day.
105 yards would give you 2,000. Only 5 men in all of pro football history have ever done that in 1 year. How do you feel about that?
Well, that is something I really don't know what to say. It's something that could be special, something that I think would be special for me. And to be honest, I really didn't know about it until you told me. My wife was talking about it this morning. Cindy, she was talking about it when I spoke over the phone with her, and I didn't know what she was talking about. So records is something great, but I consider myself a young man, and I'm going to keep doing what I can do, try to do it up to my best, and maybe good things will happen on down in the future.
Isn't that amazing? Herschel Walker, really not reading the stats, I guess, in the newspaper, didn't know he only needs 105 yards tonight to go into professional football statistical history. We'll see if he'll get it in a moment. I'll be back with the starting lineups for both the New Jersey Generals and the Oakland Invaders in just one moment. Without further ado, let's go into the starting lineups now for both the New Jersey Generals and the Oakland Invaders. The New Jersey Generals offensive unit, of course, coached by Chuck Fairbanks. The offensive line will have Todd Thomas, Wayne Harris, Ken Hull, Troy McMillan, and Ted Cirillo. The wide receivers will be Tom McConaughey, Mike Preedy, and the tight end Sam Bowers. The running backs will be Herschel Walker, Maurice Carthen, and the quarterback number 16, Jeff Napple. The Oakland Invader defense that will try and stop Herschel and the New Jersey Generals. The front three, Cedric Hardman, George Attia, and Monty Bennett. The linebackers will be David Shaw, Frank Manomaliuna, Gary Plummer, and Dewey McClain. And the defensive secondary for the Invaders, Derek Martin, Frank Duncan, Kenny Daniel, and Marcus Quinn. The Oakland Invader offensive line, Dale Markham, Frank Frazier, Jeff Harper at center, Steve Houston, your left guard, and Kurt Yonker will be the left tackle. The wide receivers, Wyatt Henderson, number 82, Gordon Banks, who ranks in the top 12 of the league's receivers, and the tight end will be Raymond Chester. And the running backs, Arthur Whittington, a man we featured just a few moments ago. He's a threat, along with quarterback Fred Basana, and the A blocking fullback will be number 45, Jack Holmes. The New Jersey General defense, the front three, James Lockett, Tom Woodland, Joe Cuglieri. The linebackers, Rod Choate, Ray Kostick, John Joyce, and Mike McKibben. And the defensive secondary for the Generals, Mike Williams, Sam Sopp, Terry Daniels, and Eric Johnson. A big crowd is on hand at the Oakland Coliseum, as you can see. New Jersey and Oakland are ready for kickoff. So without further ado, let's go to beautiful Oakland, California. And we're going to have the kickoff of tonight's game with Tom Kelly and Don Heinrich live on ESPN.
New Jersey Generals and the Oakland Invaders. We're at the Alameda County Coliseum here in Oakland, California on a beautiful afternoon. You can see the state flag of California and, of course, of the Invaders as it flies in a soft breeze. Temperature is in the high 60s, low 70s. There's Chuck Fairbanks, head coach of the New Jersey Generals. His ball club had a big win last week. John Ralston's team had an even bigger win, thank you. They beat the LA Express, meaning that they are now on top of the division tied with LA. And you're looking now at Thomas Lott out of Oklahoma. He's the center man on the return unit, and getting ready to kick it off is Kevin Shea. The Invaders in the blue and the gold. That's a pretty popular type color uniform here in the state of California. It's almost the colors of the state of California. It'll be New Jersey to receive, and the Generals will have the ball first. Shea is all set to go, and he advances on the football, and it's underway. It's a low line drive type kick. Bounces past Lott, picks it up at the 2 with the blockers in front. Here he comes. Nice move. Up to about the 28-yard line. Very nice return by Lott, and it'll be pretty good field position. Down there was Daniel. Down there also for the Oakland Invaders was Shaw, who was in to make the initial stop. And we'll see now about this New Jersey ball club, Herschel Walker, and his quest for 105 yards. I might add, for the benefit of our viewers, that we're going to chronicle this report on Herschel for you quite thoroughly tonight. We'll be watching him along with you when he gets to 105. He's reached a station men among men. Boy, Walker goes in motion to the right side, and back to throw is Napple. Behind the line, the high lob comes out, and with it is Carson, and couldn't hang on, knocked out of bounds with the ball, but to the 25-yard line.
Not a very good pass by Napple at that point. He tried to lob it up in the air, and of course Carson had to run under it. Carson had caught 17 balls this season. They expect to utilize him much more today. They feel that clubs are keying on Walker so hard and so much that they want to try and mix it up a little bit. Where he is most effective,
88 on the defense, first down.
Where he is most effective is in the screen passes, and they intend on utilizing that a number of times today.
So the call of offside on the defensive unit instead of a loss of 4, why New Jersey picks up 5. So it's first down and 5 now. The ball out at the 34-yard line. Napple fumbles the snap and falls on the ball at about the 32. Something less than an auspicious start for Jeff Napple, who told us before the game that he was very pleased about being in a new uniform, in a new environment, a new setting, and he had 2 touchdown tosses last week. And I think, frankly, Don Heinrich, he had hoped to debut a lot better today than he has so far.
Well, he's come out throwing a little bit poorly in that first one. Must be a little bit nervous because he mishandled that last snap from the center.
So second down and 6 now. New Jersey, they're in the white, trimmed in red, and of course the Oakland Invaders in the blue and the orange. That's Tullis coming in motion, and Napple back to throw. Nice protection. That's out to the flat. Walker, 30, and back to the line of scrimmage, and nothing more. Walker gets back to the line of scrimmage, and over there on defense was Manu Maliuna, the principal leader of the defensive unit, number 54 for the Oakland Invaders. It's going to be third down and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Good force by Derek Martin on the corner, too, because he got right up into that screen. That's the best way to stop a screen, is to get it before it does get started, and certainly a guy of Herschel Walker's abilities.
At the 33 of the New Jersey Generals, it is third down and 6. Wide to the left side is McConaughey. Napple quickly back to throw, sets. Got his man open, and it's up to the 45 of the Oakland Invaders. McConaughey was there.
McConaughey out on the left side. He's just running a down and across type of a pattern. Ball a little bit behind him from Napple, but he had a lot of room against that zone to drop the ball in there and pick up the big first down.
Plummer was the man who made the stop, but it is a first down, and the ball is out at the 45-yard line of Oakland, first and 10.
turning the corner with the counter move. He gets popped from the side, the ball flying out, and then Monty Bennett on the spot, and of course a quick convergence of the offensive people of the New Jersey Generals Club.
So the Walker fumble, that's his 9th of the year. Vasana hands off King Arthur as a flag comes down, slanting to the right side, and King Arthur, as the flag is down, gets it out very close to the 44-yard line. It'll be a penalty against Oakland.
Well, Oakland is the most penalized club in USFL, as they've got 109 penalties so far in their 13 games, averaging 9 a pop.
Bill White is our referee, and he steps off the yardage, and he's walking it back to the 36. And here's the call.
Motion, number 67 on the offense. First down.
That's Frank Fraser, the offensive right guard, moved just a little bit early.
First down and 15. The ball is back at the 37-yard line. Vasana, the quarterback, with the opening moments. Wide to the left is Banks, and Henderson now goes in motion to the right side. The give to the first man, and that's Holmes. He carries close to the 40-yard line and then is shoved back. Bottom of the pile. Big number 95, Cugliari, who's just been added and activated to the lineup. 71, Tom Woodland. Big middle guard out of Missouri was in there. The officials are going to mark it at the 48.
Joe Cugliari, 95, the defensive right end, as he's driven down the line, and he gets a little help from Kurt Yonker, the offensive left tackle, to push him into the play.
They marked it at the 39-yard line. Second down and 14. No score. Opening possession for Oakland following the recovery of Walker's fumble. Quick slant in to about the 43-yard line. The man with the football making the grab. Coming across was Banks. At the 43, Kostick, the linebacker.
Out of the backfield with Vasana, just a quick down and in. They cleared it out as a delay, and Banks coming underneath as Kostick quickly jumped on it and kept it to a very minimal gain.
They're calling it third down and 8. The ball is at the Oakland 44-yard line. Vasana, 16 touchdown passes. He's been intercepted 12 times. Best percentage? The best passer in the league, and he has time, and he's got a man through it too far. Come back, sideline, down and out. Banks was the man they were trying to get the football to, but he was just a tad short. And coming up on defense, covering was Mike Williams, 4-year pro out of Texas A&M, number 29. Dropping back is Lott. Lott back to receive as New Jersey will get the ball back now. And the number 1 punter in the league, Santali, gets set to kick it away.
Lott did to receive.
Tally is having just a remarkably fine season. 43.8 yards per try. And there's Lott, whose return is not quite 7 yards. 10-man punt set up by New Jersey. Big rush. Woo, down goes the punter, and a flag comes down with him. Lott takes it in full stride, turns, and comes up the sideline, steps out of bounds at the 21. But it's academic, friend. The ball's coming back. We're going to have a roughing the kicker call, and with it will come a first down for the Oakland Invaders.
Well, there was really no reason to hit Tally at that point because they couldn't get to the football. And instead of going in the area of where the ball was going to be kicked, they went right at Tally and obviously hit him, which will give the automatic first to the Oakland Invaders.
47 on the defense will be first down.
Well, and they walked off a ton of yardage, too. That's a personal foul they called. Not roughing the kicker. They took him for 15. The ball is at the 42-yard line of the New Jersey Generals, and Oakland with a big penalty move has a first down at that point, 42. No score, opening period. Banks is set to the left. That's Raymond Chester, the tight end, in motion. Whittington squirms his way inside to the 37-yard line, coming up to make the stop on him there. Number 95, Cugliari. And, you know, as he broke the line of scrimmage, Don Heinrich, Whittington looked as though he had a lot of room to run, but at that time, squeezing through there, he was kind of off balance and stumbled and went down.
Well, he had to break behind the block of the offensive left guard, Steve Houston, and that's what happened. Kostick, the linebacker, moving into the play. You can't see Whittington coming into it just late there, and then, of course, breaks the tackle of Kostick, gets a couple extra.
Vasana back to throw, comes out in the flat, pass complete, and it's out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and that's Henderson, Wyatt Henderson, who has been kind of a forgotten man with this Oakland ball club the last couple of games, I think probably because he's dropped a few that should have been caught in the minds of his coaching staff. At the 31-yard line, that's a pickup of 6, and the Oakland drive continues. First and 10. Wyatt had 40 catches and 8 of them for touchdowns, but they did not get him the football a week ago in the win over L.A. He seems to have found his way back into the good graces of the offensive scheme of things. We'll see how he does the rest of the afternoon. First and 10, Oakland on the 31-yard line of New Jersey. Arthur Whittington punched up at the line of scrimmage and thrown down, and the man who hit him first was Schultz, and Cugliari was there as well. He's from Indiana University, not the University of Indiana, but Indiana University over in the state of Pennsylvania. He's 6'3" and 265 pounds, Cugliari, number 95, and he's a new addition, at least on the roster of this New Jersey General football team. Mark it to the 30, 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get much there, but Coach Doug Gerhardt, who calls the plays, the offensive coordinator, in this drive, has a chance to keep moving the football, and he's doing it fairly well.
New Jersey really has not been the best defensive team in this league. The last little note you saw showed a 12th in defense against the rush. Fasano straightens up, quick look in, at the 20, pinched down at about the 19-yard line. Well, Henderson, we talked about him a moment or two ago, Don Heinrich, and they're really going to go to him today, I guess.
Well, it's just a 3-step drop by Fasano with the flow of the backs going to his left. He's hitting Henderson on a quick post move, probably the toughest coverage in football.
Banks is wide left, Henderson in the slot left, and now the I formation, and Chester's the tight end. Now Henderson goes in motion. Fasano gives it to Holmes, is up back, and the big guy is met just inside the 20. Hit there and driven back by Kostick. There also on defense was Joyce. Kostick and Joyce are the inside linebackers for this New Jersey ball club.
Steve Houston, the offensive left guard, second man in, number 66, driving straight out. Pretty good leverage position, but a good move over there by Ray Kostick to play off of him, and of course make the play on Holmes.
Henderson wide to the right, and Banks is set to the left as Fasano comes to the line of scrimmage. The New Jersey 19, and Banks is split. Fasano's going to the air. Over the middle again, the quick look in, and again, beautifully thrown, and we've seen it before, and it comes right back with Henderson. That's back-to-back almost, with a little play up the middle by Holmes, sandwiched in between, and they're running it very effectively. Down to the 12, a gain of 7.
Well, they changed up this time. Instead of the quick post to Henderson, that time they had Raymond Chester, the offensive tight end, number 87, clearing out the area. Then Henderson just delayed, came underneath, and Fasano hit him to, again, a nice controlled short passing game working for the Invaders.
4th in the league in passing. There's no score. Nice drive by Oakland. We've got Aldridge in now, number 43. He's the up back. The pitch is to Whittington. He's got some yardage inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Good block by Aldridge, who came in just a moment ago, and Arthur drives it inside the 10, and it's going to be a 1st and goal.
Excellent block by Aldridge, the man on your left. As you watch it, number 43, he will turn upfield, and right behind him, Whittington, you'll see the man cut down there, the safety at that point, Eric Johnson, but a fine block at that stage by Jerry Aldridge.
So it is 1st and goal now for this Oakland ball club that started the drive on their own 42 after recovering a fumble by Herschel Walker. Wide to the left is Banks. Chester goes in motion. Fasano pitching to Whittington. He's at the 10 and pulled down. Very good defensive play, and in there very, very quickly was Kostick. Kostick is out of Mississippi State. 6 foot, 218 pounds. Not the biggest linebacker, but very active.
Well, the pitch to Whittington, both guards pulling in that direction. Whittington breaks behind it when he gets the fast forward. That's Kostick, 55, coming into the picture, making the play. Coming into this game, he had a bad ankle that he's playing on, and he's had 61 tackles. He made a nice tackle there.
Again, the receiver set to the right now. That'd be Henderson and Banks. Whittington goes in motion. Fasano rolling, throws to Whittington. He's got it. Bumped out of bounds. He made the touchdown. Caught the corner of the end zone. Hit the post, and the Invaders have scored.
Well, that was a fine play by Art Whittington going in motion across there. Turned it into a trip set, as you see. Fasano rolling to his right. You cannot see Whittington. He comes into the picture after the catch. Terry Daniels a little far off, but Whittington outlegs him, into the end zone. When they went to that trip set at another angle, as he's catching the football, you cannot see the two outside people who kind of screened the safety and the linebacker to that side, almost a pick-type play, but well executed at that point by Basana and Whittington.
I think you've got to give New Jersey a big assist all the way, from Walker's fumble to the roughing the punter call that kept the drive alive. But Oakland took advantage. Oakland billboarded taking advantage of it 58 yards as they came up with the touchdown. So the drive went 58 yards, and of course, two very big plays. One, they got the football back when Walker dropped it, and two, the roughing the punter call gave them a big personal foul, 15-yard walk-off. They, being Oakland, kept the drive alive. But they did take advantage of it all, and Basana now has 17 touchdown tosses on the year. There's Lott receiving to the 10, 25. Boy, runs into a lot of blue jerseys, doesn't he? Big number 55 down there on that special team is David Jefferson. He's a Miami, Florida outside linebacker and a very, very tough customer.
You know, you mentioned, Tom, going back to those penalties, how many times in your long career that you have seen a penalty on a third or a fourth down situation to keep a drive alive when they have a club stop and then go on down and get 6 points out of it?
I don't think coaches regret anything as much as a team making mistakes. The other guys beat you, that's fine. But if you beat yourself, it's something you can hardly reconcile. Here's Walker on the sweep, carries over the 25 and out very close to the 28-yard line. Molly Maliuna was there to make the stop, coming over on defense for Oakland. They're going to mark it at the 28-yard line, just over the 27, call it the 28.
You know, talking with Ron Lynn, the defensive coordinator for Oakland, he said they want to use a patient defense. On the other hand, Herschel Walker is a patient runner. He doesn't rush anything. When he sees the daylight, that's when he accelerates.
Indeed, he's a very deceptive runner, but what a magnificent one he is. Basana rolling to his right, looking, cocks his arm, throws it away. Boy, did he get some pressure. I mean, all of a sudden, Basana was all alone, and then he was wrapped up in the arms of big George Ataya, the middle guard, 6'2", 256-pounder out of LSU.
One reason they traded Bobby Scott to Chicago, they felt that Jeff Napple was a more active quarterback back there, not only if he's passing from the pocket, but as just seen where he started to roll out. Good coverage by the defensive secondary of the Oakland Invaders that time, as really Napple had no place to throw the football.
Ellis is wide to the left, and Slauson is in the slot on the left side. Napple has Walker and Carpin behind him, and Jeff's back to throw. Batted away at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. I don't know but what either Ataya or David Shaw got an arm on that ball. Somebody really changed its direction perceptibly, and we turn around with a kicking situation now for New Jersey. Lance Olander standing back at his own 13-yard line. He is not the best punter in the league, and Banks, premier return man, is awaiting the ball. Olander hits a nice high spiral. Banks at his own 35. Blockers, he eludes one man, but can't get away from everybody. A flag down across the way, and downfield very, very quickly for the Generals was Steve Hammond, linebacker, number 54, to make the tackle on Banks. Flag on the play, and we'll have to await the disposition of that. There's Gordon sitting there.
I think we got a clip behind the play.
The indication from referee White, an illegal block on the return team. They've got the ball at the 30, and they're walking it backwards from there.
Trying to pick up the number of the man that got clipped, but they're hard.
Illegal use of hands, number 42 blue during the run back. Be first down.
It's very hard to read these numbers that the Oakland Invaders have.
All right, 7-0 in favor of Oakland. We'll be back with more after this. Might renew what turned out to be quite a struggle back at the Brickyard. Don't miss it now. The Rex Mays 150 on ESPN. Going in motion is Henderson. Fasano, the quarterback, is starting at his own 20. Play action, dancing about, rushed and buried. Well, that is one of the few times that the Generals have sacked a quarterback this season.
Well, they haven't had many. It was 24 sacks for the year, which is less than 2 a game. On the other hand, the Invaders, with Fasana, average 33 passes a game. They're essentially a passing team. They lead the club in sacks. Fasana prefers, in most cases, to hang on to it rather than take a chance for an interception. He has 52 sacks so far this season, but that time, credit that makes the 53rd, but credit the secondary, as they on the outside.
So it is now second down and 15. Chester comes in motion. Fasana his own 15. Inside handoff to Whittington. Pulled down from behind. Hitting him very quickly was Tom Woodland, the Missouri middle guard, who came vaulting through into the backfield and grabbed Whittington and pulled him down. They'll give him back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and 15 at the 15-yard line.
Well, Tom Woodland, a very active guy. He just kind of worked his way up the ladder in terms of sealing down that nose tackle position. He leads that defensive line with 59 tackles so far this season. That time, very active. When the guard was pulling, he just followed him, made the play on art.
Aldridge is in the backfield along with Whittington. Banks is flank left. Henderson wide to the right. Oakland leading 7-0. And now the handoff and a big hole up the middle. And Aldridge is up to the 26-yard line. Jerry Aldridge out of Angelo State, big back, 6'2" and 215 pounds. Has not been used much in short yardage situations as an additional blocker to give some help and strength to Whittington. But boy, with a big opening up the middle, he just exploded.
Well, they changed up on long yardage. Frank Fraser from the right guard trapped across. Did a good job. Aldridge had only carried 11 times coming into this game, but he has the club's longest run of 52 yards.
So it is a punting situation. Talley is back to punt it away, and we've got Thomas Lott awaiting the ball as Lott stands at the New Jersey 30-yard line. Talley, the number one punter in the United States Football League. The last time he stood back there, the Generals gave Oakland's bad snap through his hands, and he's can't pick up the ball. It's going to go to New Jersey, and the ball will be at about the 8-yard line. Well, the Generals were penalized for roughing the punter the first time around. This time, I don't know whether Talley was thinking about it or not, but the ball went right straight through his hands. Snapping the ball was Marcus Quinn. I thought it was a pretty good snap. Let's take another look.
Marcus Quinn, the strong safety. It's not a bad snap. He really had some zip on it. The perspective of it is really hard to see. As far as the ball coming back to Talley, there's no reason that he should have mishandled that one, but it was costly.
New Jersey with a big break. It'll be first and goal at the 3. They trail 7-0. We welcome our viewers who've been looking on at the College World Series, where Michigan defeated Maine 6-5. You're just in time. It's a first and goal for the Generals at the Oakland 3-yard line, and there's a jump across the line of scrimmage. Georgia Taya. I don't know that he was drawn across. We'll wait to see what Bill White and his officiating crew have decided. The Oakland players insist they were pulled across. Here's Bill. He says offside against the Oakland Invaders. That's going to be half the distance. It'll be first and goal and move the ball to about the 1.5-yard line. 7-0 Oakland leads. Here's Bill again.
Got encroachment, number 92 on the defense. First down.
Alvin Lyles was the man they laid the penalty at the doorstep of, and now we've got a first and goal, New Jersey. The ball is just inside the 2-yard line. 7-0, Oakland leads. For those of you just joining us, Herschel is into the end zone. Herschel has scored, and for Walker, that now gives him 14 touchdowns on the ground. He has one through the air, and while it wasn't as dramatic or didn't have the flair of sweep tall of 83 yards of a week ago, he gets the first score.
Coming off the right side, he's going behind Wayne Harris, the right guard, 64, and Todd Thomas, the offensive right tackle. Again, the handoff as he punches in. Not really too much resistance over there. Harris probably the best offensive lineman on that New Jersey club.
Now we'll see about the try for the extra point. It is Betts. His effort is up, and it is no good. Now here's the man who last week, with just 6 seconds left, kicked a 50-yarder to beat Washington. Comes up empty on this try. At any rate, the Generals have scored. It's 7 scores, of course, 7-6 in favor of Oakland, not 7-0 as I gave it to you. That touchdown by Walker's is 14th, and for those of you who just joined us out of the baseball game, I'll remind you that it came following a snap from center on the punt that Talley could not handle for some strange reason. The kickoff, and across the way, we've got Lewis, wide receiver and kick returner, bumped off his pins and dropped it about the 16 to 17-yard line. Sullivan was down there very, very quickly. Number 46 is part of the crew bringing him down. Hammond as well. We'll see about Oakland. They'll mark it first and 10, put it out at the 17-yard line.
Well, as you mentioned, Tom, about Dave Betts kicking a 50-yard field goal with just 6 seconds left to beat that Washington club for New Jersey 32-29. He did miss an extra point there.
For away, Fasana hit Chester, his tight end, on a little 17-yard pickup. They marked it out to the 34, driven out of bounds by Williams. Here's a look at it again.
Chester coming at the top of your screen. The left side will be coming across as Fasana drops back down the line of scrimmage, makes a nice catch, has a little running room, and he can leg it when he gets it. A block tackle over there on the left side.
Chester in motion now. Basana pitching back. With it is Aldridge, and he's piled up at the line of scrimmage, but squirms out to about the 38-yard line. Over on defense for this New Jersey ball club was Joyce along with Pugliari and Woodland. They'll mark it out at the 37-yard line. Pick up a 3. Call it 2nd and 7. 7-6 in favor of the Oakland Invaders. They used a fumble recovery. Walker dropped the ball, and a roughing the kicker call to put together a 58-yard drive with the touchdown going Basana to Whittington. And then, of course, the snap to Talley that went through his hands, the recovery by New Jersey inside the 5, and Walker put it in the end zone. So it's 7-6. And now Basana scampering. Bud's not as quick as he used to be, but he's up to the 39-yard line, and coming in there to make the tackle for this New Jersey ball club was Jimmy Lockett, the rookie out of Missouri, number 96, and he just did trip up, Fred.
It's got to be a little embarrassing for Fred to get run down by a defensive lineman. He had some running room at that point. Lockett normally playing the right end, but they had an injury earlier, so they moved him to the left side. Originally, he was a draft choice of Birmingham, but then Chuck Fairbanks traded for his rights, and he's been pretty instrumental in that defensive unit since the start of the season.
3rd and 5 now for Oakland, and the ball is at the Invader 39-yard line. They lead 7-6. We're in the first period. This is just a beautiful afternoon here in the East Bay. Basana back to throw. Rush, beautiful pass, complete. Whittington to about the 48-yard line before he is pulled down by Johnson.
Well, Freddie Whittington was the 5th leading receiver coming into this game. He'll come circling from the left side as Basana drops back to his right. He'll come into the top of the picture right there. Basana hitting him, and then Fred with a little bit of running room. He's being chased at that point by Eric Johnson, who finally makes the plays. Oakland has 3 receivers that are in the top 10 leaders as receivers in the USFL.
That would be Chester and Banks, and of course Whittington, who's almost a forgotten man, but understandably so. What with Bryant and Walker. High toss, great catch, downfield to about the 34-yard line, and that's Gordon Banks, and what a beautiful job he did pulling that one down. Again, Johnson was there to make the stop, and a beautiful catch by Banks, who's not that big a guy.
No, he isn't, and I'll tell you, he can run.
Look at it as the quarter comes to an end.
Banks hitting up high in the air to get the ball, and then, of course, getting drilled at that point by Sam Sopp, the free safety.
7-6. Oakland leads. We'll be back with the second period. All right, first down at the 34-yard line. Basana back in the infield, puts it over, and it's out of bounds and caught. Nice reception by Wyatt Henderson, who from the forgotten man to the chosen one today, Don Heinrich. For a couple of games, they couldn't call his number. Today, they've hit him with at least 3 of them now.
Well, statistically, Oakland leading in the rushing department, almost double at 27-13. Big in the passing department, 77-22. Big lead in stats, 104 total offense to 35. But the game is close at 7-6. You know, the last time, that last play that they went out there to Chester was wide open down the middle. Basana didn't see him.
It is 2nd down and inches. The ball is just at the 24-yard line of the New Jersey Generals. 7-6 Oakland. Basana to throw it again. Has time, gets hit. He's got it downfield, and it is caught for a touchdown. Wow, he just did get it away, and Raymond Chester had it, and Basana's lying flat on his back at the 35.
Yeah, but a quarterback doesn't mind that. When he gets knocked down and he gets points out of it, he can tell by the crowd. Chester running a corner, gets a good release, no holdup, puts an inside move right there, then breaks to the corner as he's got Eric Johnson beaten, and a fine throw by Basana at that point, lays it to the outside. That is Raymond Chester's 5th touchdown, and what a fine grab it was. But what a good receiver over the years he has been. Basana getting drilled, as you see him right there, but lays it out perfect the way a quarterback should, to let the receiver run underneath it, as Raymond Chester just did.
That's his 18th touchdown of the year. Pass, that is, Basana, and his 2nd of the afternoon, and now the try for the extra point. Shea hits it, it's up, and it's good. And so this Oakland club picks up still another quick score. In the second period, they lead New Jersey. Well, this Oakland ball club up 14-6, and they and New Jersey have a lot of interesting, in common statistics. Neither ball club is a winner unless they can get at least 3 touchdowns. We're talking anywhere above 15 points on the board. Already Oakland has gotten 14 now as we watch Shea get ready to kick off. And back downfield, we take a look at the block awaiting the the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. He's down there in a swirl of dust. Down underneath to help out and make the stop was David Shaw. Also down there for the Oakland Ball Club, Vince Randall. 7 plays, 83 yards on that drive, and beautifully engineered it was, and you have to admire the courage of Fasano. We kind of belittled his footwork a few moments ago in a friendly, joking manner. I hope you understand that. What a gutty effort to stand there, and he just knew, everybody knew he was going to get drilled, but he still stood in and made the big play. Napple behind the line tried to hit Walker and threw it behind him. Jeff seemed to have a lot of time to throw the ball. They tried to set up the screen, but it just never came off.
Well, they had a perfect situation for it because they had a blitz coming in addition to the 3 down linemen that were coming after him. Dewey McLean, the linebacker on that side, Cedric Hardman leading the charge. But the technique of Napple, once he's set up, then he's got to continue to drop back and invite that defensive line in. He rushed it just a little before Walker was ready to catch the football. As a result, incomplete.
Walker, you know, needs 105 yards. We're going to chronicle his efforts here this evening for you. Keep you up to breast. Herschel starts in motion one way, spins back to the other. Napple back to throw, has time. Now going to move around and coming to the side. Going to nearly get away from an on-rush, but got spun off his feet. Actually, the guy that hit him first was Jefferson, spun him around, and then coming over to put the tackle on was Marshall.
Ted Cirillo, the offensive left tackle, 75, with Cedric Hardman, doing a good job. He had not had any contact, got a hand on him, but he forced Napple to step up inside. He had been their starter early in training camp. He had a knee scope. He was out the first part of the year, did not have a bit of contact until a week ago, where Chuck Fairbanks, who did not believe in any scrimmaging in the early part of the year or through their training period, had a scrimmage specifically to get Cirillo some work.
Wide to the right side, number 85 is Slauson. New Jersey's Napple is back to throw. Walker throws a block to protect him. The pass, he short hopped across the way, tried to get it to Slauson at the 45, and Napple is short with the toss, and New Jersey's going to be forced to go to a punting situation, and Oakland's coming back on, and Banks is coming out for the Invaders, looking for the ball at about his own 25-yard line.
Well, Napple's not real sharp throwing the ball here today. He started out with the Denver Gold, spent 3 games there, and then was picked up by Chuck Fairbanks.
Oakland's averaging only 38.5 yards per try. And he hits a low end over end. The Bearcat signaled for and taken at the 43-yard line by an up man for the Invaders. And that would be number 40, Quinn, who is a defensive back and also snaps situations. Oakland leads 14-6, and they've got the ball. In motion, Henderson now. Oakland on their own 43. Whittington on the sweep. Over the midfield stripe, and they're going to throw him down at about the 49-yard line. Coming up on defense was Sam Sopp, the free safety out of Kent State, number 27. Mark it at the 49, going to be a pickup of 8 yards.
And a nice job by Frank Fraser, number 67, the offensive right guard, as he got out in front of it, kicked out the corner, or the force man, giving Arthur Whittington a chance to turn it up.
So it is 2nd down and 2 now for the Oakland Invaders, who lead 14-6. New Jersey with 1 touchdown, and that came as the result of a misplay and error by the Invaders. Fasano going deep, has his man. Oh, just a bit short, right off his fingertips, incomplete. Gordon Banks couldn't pull it in at the 10. But I tell you, had Fasano been able to throw it a little better, he had Mike Williams beaten rather badly.
He certainly did. And Gordon Banks, an Olympic sprinter when he was in college, just blew right by him at that point. And I'll tell you, that's one Fred Fasano will be thinking about, not only through this game, you got to forget it temporarily, but after this game is over, he's going to say, oh, I don't get many gifts like that. Gordon Banks, an easy 6, and I was short with the football.
And it was 2nd and 2 at the 49, and quarterbacks like to think of that as a free down. Don't they, Don? You got 2nd and 2, that's a free one. Now it's 3rd and 2, and they've got to pay attention to this one. And the give is back to Aldridge, and he spins off a tackle very close to the first down as he's down near that 47-yard line of the New Jersey Generals. And Bill White says that's a 1st and 10.
Coming this way, you can see that he's breaking back up inside. Jerry Aldridge gets a block out in front of it. Not too much room to operate. Fairly good pursuit, but he only needed about 2.5 yards. Got the first down to keep this drive alive. Oakland had excellent trickery.
Oh, really? The ball is at the 29 of New Jersey. First and 10, Oakland. That's Chester in motion. Inside handoff. Whittington. Over on the coverage, number 85.
Well, Jack Holmes at that point was trying to get a block. He was in perfect position. And that's something that you will see happen from time to time. They're in the infield area, approximately the shortstop position. And as Holmes tried to kick out on it, he lost his footing just a little bit. It isn't like running on grass. And unfortunately, stripped the blocking so that Fred went nowhere.
So it is 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Bassano back to throw again, has 2 touchdown tosses. Intercepted. Threw it right into the hands of the defensive back, and bringing it back downfield is Williams, who's over the 40 to the 41. Bassano with his 13th interception of the year. He has 2 touchdown tosses today, but he hit that defensive back right between the numbers.
Well, Mike Williams is the leading interceptor. He has 5. That makes 6. He's 7th in the USFL. The secondary dropping back to see the 2 safeties at the top of your screen taking the outside areas deep. The others 4 across the board with the linebackers and the corners that were dropped there. But Williams, who's in the short zone, stepped right in front to pick it up, grab the football, and then the ever-present Raymond Chester recovers beautifully. He don't like it, but he made the tackle.
So the Generals have it. The Oakland leads 14 to 6. 10.5 minutes remain in this first half, and it's a 14 to 6 game. Oakland leading, and the Generals, who've not been able to mount much offense, have taken advantage of one big break for their touchdown. Now they start at their own 40-yard line after the Williams interception and return. Apple, hands off. Herschel Walker steps over the line of scrimmage and then is hustled to the turf as he was hit, and hit very hard. The initial tackle in there made by Plummer. Mark it to the 48. 43, make it a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Walker getting 3. He's after 105 yards. Chuck Fairbanks on the far side. Coach of the New Jersey Generals. They're 4 and 9 coming into this contest, and Oakland, of course, 6 and 7. 2nd down at the 43-yard line. That's Bowers, tight end in motion. Napple to throw. Has his man Bowers, and looking back into the sun, Bowers lost the football and makes a diving, though unsuccessful effort. Look, he looked right back in the sun and missed the ball, I'm sure of it.
Well, you know what, outfielders, because that's essentially towards the center field area face when a ball is hit that way in a late afternoon game. Bowers, who is really open right there, you see him moving into the football, but it was just a little to the inside. Thought he was going to get hit by Marcus Quinn, the strong safety. Bowers has excellent speed. He's a 4'6" guy for his size. Fine tight end.
So it is now 3rd down and 7. The ball at the 43. Napple back to throw. Sets deep. Pumps it. Down he goes. Well, ball comes loose, but they're blowing Napple dead with the ball back at the 34.
Well, you have 2 situations. One club, the Oakland Invaders, lead the league in sacks, which was 52 going in. They've had 1 so far. On the other hand, the New Jersey Generals, not all Napple's fault, since this is only his 2nd start. You see him stepping back into the pocket to throw the football, getting good pressure on the inside. George Ataya gets over there. Cedric Hartman moving in. And, of course, a little more help on that side at that point by the Oakland Invaders to try and get to him with Dupree Marshall jumping on the pile.
Olander to punt it away now for the Generals, and he hits it, and it's a better effort than he had the first trip around. And a diving attempt and a fair catch by Banks, and he loses the ball, and it's rolling. It's going to be picked up by the New Jersey Generals, and they cannot advance it. And the ball is going to go to New Jersey, and it'll be at the Invaders' 32-yard line. So the kicking game has been a bit of a downfall item for this Oakland team. First, the ball goes through the hands of Talley. Oakland gets it inside the 5 and scores, and now here's Banks. Generally a sure-handed return man, and maybe the sun got him a little bit.
I would say so. Olander getting it away. Not a particularly long kick, fairly high. You can see Banks signaling for the fair catch, looking almost into the sun. The ball dropping a little bit short. He tries to make a move for it. Does not get it. Excellent field position for New Jersey and a big break.
Make it 1st down on the Invader 34-yard line. Herschel Walker. Head down to the 30. 105 yards. You see that he had 1,494, 422, needs 84 now to get to the 2,000 mark. The ball is at the 30, second down and 6. Walker. And by one leg, he slipped inside the 30, though. Carthen tried to throw a block for him behind the line, but Jefferson was the guy that refused to go down and got just enough of Herschel to knock him off his pins. Another yard.
Carthen essentially a blocker for this ball club. On the other hand, he has scored 3 touchdowns rushing himself. A bad shoulder going into it, but they feel that he is a strong blocker back there.
Tullis is wide to the right, and to the left side is Slauson. High formation, and Walker's the tailback, 3rd and 5. Apple to Walker. Gets hit, short of the first down. Good pressure defense by the Invaders. Quinn came up. Over there also was McClanahan, 57. 4th down at the 27.
Coming off the right side. They're just wedging in there as Carson, 33, leads Walker in. Walker sees nothing, then veers it to the outside where McClanahan jumps on it in a hurry.
Plummer was the guy that got enough of Herschel to slow him down so the rest of the fellows could treat him like free lunch. It is 4th down and about 2.5, 3 yards to go at the 27. 14-6 Oakland, and New Jersey needs this one. Herschel can't get the first down. He's at the 25. Boy, the Invaders defensive unit had him surrounded. He did well to get 2 yards.
Well, they did a great job as Frank Manu Maliuna came across to make the play. It's a counter move by Walker as he steps to his right. The top of your picture, 34, moving to his right. The right guard pulling. Wayne Harris will be out in front of him, trying to get the block. Walker turning it inside. Good penetration by the defense, good pursuit, and good flow to stop Walker short.
So Oakland, despite the bobbled catch by Banks, gets the ball back on their own 26-yard line. Straight ahead, Whittington. Daylight, so he comes outside to the 32, where Lockett is there to bring him down. And along with Lockett coming up to help out was Terry Daniels, number 24. Remember, halftime here, Tom Mees will have the big plays. Ford presents our special halftime feature, and Tom will be there to tell you all about it. The big plays at halftime. At the 31, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5, Oakland. They lead 14-6. 2 touchdown tosses. Bassana to Whittington, Bassana to Chuck. Wyatt Henderson in motion. Bassana out in the flat. Ball caught by Banks. Eludes the man. To the 40. Coming over to make the stop, number 56 in the white of New Jersey is Rod Shook out of Oklahoma, 7-year pro.
Well, this is exactly what Doug Gerhardt said. The quick out by Banks, down about 5 or 6 yards. The corner on that side. Mike Williams way too far off. Bassana executing it perfectly. A little 3-step drop outside. Nice piece of yardage.
Banks is set to the left and Henderson to the right side. The ball is at the Invader 40, and we've got a first down for Oakland. Whittington on the reverse. Yeah, gives it to Henderson. Wide on the sweep. Wyatt's at midfield. To the 40, to the 39-yard line. Oh, the crowd loves the trick plays. Up to make the stop. Sam stop. But a big gainer down to the New Jersey 39.
And Bassana, the quarterback, got a block out in front of it. As you look at it again, handing off to Arthur Whittington. Then coming back with Wyatt Henderson on the exchange. And if you look in the right corner, you might see Fred Bassana getting a block. Out in front of that, of course, is Frank Frazier, who is helping out. So a good job by Henderson. Not bad for a guy that started as a defensive back in pro football, now a wide receiver.
21 yards on that one. Now he's number 43, and he has the ball. And he was hit almost immediately. Big number 91, Skillman, was there to grab him just as he got the handoff from Fasana. And Rod Skillman reacting very quickly out of the middle or nose tackle, middle guard spot. The ball goes down at the 21, loss of one, so it's going to be fourth down. And we'll see about Shea now in a field goal try. He's going to put it down at the 28. Fasana will hold and be a 38-yard try. Shea is 11-22, and he has kicked a 45-yarder as his longest. So this one will be a 38-yarder. Line is set. Shea hits it. Got the distance. And it's good. So Shea hits it through, and Oakland ups its lead now. The Invaders 17, and the new General 6. We'll be back after this. Live coverage of the Soccer Stars of tomorrow. That'll be the 1983 World Youth Soccer Championships for the Coca-Cola Cup. 16 nations, teams of players under 20 in Mexico City for the competition, and ESPN will be there. The United States and Poland in the opening match. The kickoff, and Lott takes it to the back line of the end zone, touching it down there. The ball will come out to the 20, and it'll be New Jersey's ball, first and 10 at the 20. 74 yards on that last drive that ended up with a 38-yard field goal by Shea to make it 17-6 Oakland.
You know one thing about Herschel Walker, where the Oakland Invaders offense has done a good job of moving the football and keeping it away from Walker, keeping him on the sidelines. When he has been in, they've managed to shut him down, but he's the kind of a guy you never know. He can bust one, and it's adios.
So he's in the tailback spot. He has 25 yards now. He needed 105 coming into the game. Now he goes in motion out to the right side. Apple, the quarterback, back to throw, dumps it behind the line to Carson. To the 20, to about the 23-yard line, where he is hit and rustled down in the dirt by David Shaw. Using Herschel as a bit of a decoy there. Mark it to the... Bring it in, put it at 23, call it the 24-yard line. It'll be second down and 6.
Wayne Harris, who was trying to help out a little bit there, as they went with the quick screen out to the left side and tried to pull him out of there with Walker.
And he's got the ball, and he's got some yardage over the 25, out to the 28, maybe the 29. Plummer was over there. Plummer, the most active linebacker for the Invaders, leads the team in tackles. He's always near the ball. 53 yards, 8 plays, and the field goal by Shea makes it 17-6.
They think the coaching staff, Ron Lynn, that Plummer is the most consistent, you say the leading tackler. He has 117, and he's making the transition from a down lineman to a linebacker.
Ball is out to 29. The pitch is back. Walker looking for the first down. Plummer hits him and stops him. So again, Walker is stopped, looking for the first down in a big situation. Key play time. So Plummer's the big guy, and Walker comes up empty.
Well, good pursuit by Plummer at that point. You see him coming off of the field. Harris pulling from the right side, number 64, throwing a block out there. Gets a nice block, but Plummer, who on the pursuit, after the block on Kenny Daniel, the left corner, Plummer filling it quickly.
So it's 17-6. Oakland will be... So the Oakland defense has been superior, at least in the early going here now, to Herschel Walker on 2 big occasions. One, of course, being when New Jersey had driven deep into Oakland territory. They've stopped Herschel looking for precious first down yardage.
Well, they have 3 timeouts, the Invaders do, when they get the exchange of this punt, and I would expect that they would continue to work on the corners who are playing soft for New Jersey, stopping the clock and preserving those 3 timeouts.
Olander to kick, flag down. We're going to have an offside against Oakland, and Banks is waiting for the ball. It bounces and skips out of bounds at the 26. But I dare say that Oakland's outside man on the right side was offside.
6-yard line.
continues its coverage of the United States Football League with a dandy for you. Chicago at Boston. Chicago, of course, with a record of 9-4, and they're tied with Tampa Bay, pending weekend play, of course, in the Central Division. Boston, with a mark of 8-5, they've got big designs on a wild card playoff spot. It is indeed Plummer that was shaken up. So it'll be a classic matchup. George Allen's veteran ball club and Dick Curry's talented young team that finds a way to get it done. They're 8-5, the Boston Breakers. 9-4 for Chicago, and Jim Simpson and Paul McGuire will bring you all the action Monday on ESPN.
Well, that was an injury timeout, so the New Jersey Generals did not have to waste one, so they still have their 3 with 1:15 to go.
But a big 3rd down and 3 now. Do they give it to Walker? They're at the 32. Napple rolling, gets a block, throws it down. It is intercepted. Picked off at the 5, coming back to the 10, 15 to the 20. Daniel turning and going back the other way. Gets some blockers. Down at the 35-yard line. So Napple, who had 1 interception in the ball game a week ago, throws 1 here. And again, the Oakland defense turns him aside when it looked as though New Jersey was on the mark.
Well, rolling out to the right. A good block out in front of it, cutting down the linebacker. He should not have. He obviously had his intensity and his sight zeroed in. Did not see Kenny Daniel coming across as they were in that double zone. He brings it back up the right sideline. That's his 2nd interception of the season. Now cuts back, making like a running back. Sees some daylight, but it looks like he's just running out of gas at the end.
Back to throw, Basana leading 17-6. Pass complete. Aldridge upfield to the 39. It'll be a pickup of about 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 39 for the Oakland Invaders. Daniel intercepting Napple. Swing off the field on defense, Woodland. Basana back to throw, closing 2 minutes of the first half. Whittington giving ground, and now hurried out of bounds at about the 47-yard line, but King Arthur does have the first down, and the clock stops with 30 seconds remaining in the first half. He had pretty good yardage on the initial reception, then gave ground and hustled to the sidelines, fought it back to the 47. First down.
And no doubt where he was in that field, he knew exactly, because as he caught it coming over the middle, his every intention was to get to that sideline, get the yardage he could get out of bounds. Smart playing.
First down, Oakland. The ball on the Invader 47. They lead 17-6. 2 Basana touchdowns on the 37-yard field goal by Shea. We have 1 touchdown for the Generals. That was a 1.5 yard plunge by Herschel Walker. Basana chase. Running for his life. Out of bounds at the 41. A loss of 6. 2nd and 16. But the clock now shows 7 seconds having elapsed on that scamper about. It'll be with 23 seconds remaining in the half, and Oakland a bit further away from the New Jersey goal line.
And Mike Whittington, the right linebacker, the rookie out of Oklahoma, was the man that had the heat on Fred Basana, chasing him out of there. Took just a little bit too sharp an angle to the inside. Fred showing a little bit of footwork just to duke him. Took the loss in order to stop the clock.
So, 2nd down and 16. Oakland on their own 41-yard line. Fred's back to throw. Comes out in the flat, complete at the 40. Aldridge is over midfield to the 49-yard line. Coming up on defense, John Joyce. We've got 13 seconds remaining, and Oakland is taking time with the ball on the New Jersey 49-yard line.
Well, you have to wonder a little bit. They had 3 timeouts, now 2, and you would think they would have used them a little bit quicker, not letting that clock run down as it has. They could have used them much more intelligently, and the same thing would apply for the New Jersey Generals when they had the ball prior to the interception. Exactly the same thing. They were just utilizing that clock and running it down rather than taking advantage of those timeouts, trying to figure out, well, what do we want to use against them? They're getting double coverage, usually 5 defensive backs out there. So they should stop and consider what they want to come with.
Tom Mees will have Ford's halftime feature, The Big Play. It'll be coming on at halftime of this ball game. Stay tuned for that, plus a recap by Tom of all the action of this opening first half of play. We'll bring you up to date yardage-wise as Plummer goes to the dressing room on the Herschel Walker saga. Came into this game needing 105 yards to go to the 2,000 plateau. O.J., Jimmy Brown, Montgomery, Andrews, Walter Payton, 6 got a lot of time and throws it in the dirt. Tried to get it to Chester, but there's a flag down on the play. I don't know. I would think from the way it looked that Chester might have pushed somebody. I didn't think he got it.
Well, I'm not quite sure. I think they're going to call it against Oakland at that point.
Here's Bill White. Calling it against New Jersey. Now they're walking back the other way. They're calling defensive holding. Going back to the line of scrimmage and calling defensive holding.
Holding number 24 on the defense will be first down.
Barry Daniels, left corner, guilty. They were in that double zone again. He was up in that bump and run area. Held on a little too long.
9 seconds remain in the first half. They're getting close to Shea's area, the field goal man. They need to get downfield a bit further. Fasana. Caught at the 30 and out of bounds at about the 15-yard line or thereabouts is King Arthur. The time, 2 seconds. Out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Field goal time, I would think.
As Fasana drops back, he spots Fred out to the left side. Fred crossing from the flat there, turning it upfield. Nice fingertip catch down the sideline. Knows a little fake move and knows that he wants to get to the out-of-bounds marker. Running out of time, they figure one more pop, get a shot at the field goal.
31 yards on the pass and run. Fasana to Whittington, and now from the 20-yard line, a 30-yard field goal try. Jay hits it, and it's good. And so with 3 extra points, the half is in the book now, and Oakland has scored again. So we come to the end of the first half here at Oakland's Alameda County Coliseum. 2 field goals by Shea, and 2 touchdown tosses. Fasana to Whittington, the other to Chester. It is Oakland 20-6 in favor of the Oakland Invaders, and the ball is just up outside the 45-yard line. New Jersey will have it. The Generals have not really done a great deal in the way of generating an offense. You see that Herschel needs 41 to get to 2,000 yards. Started this ball game needing 105, and so he has picked up all but 41 yards of it. And there he stands. He scored the only touchdown his ball club has, and that came on a rather short yard-and-a-half plunge to the end zone.
You get the feeling, Tom, that every time Herschel gets his hands on it, there's just a little bit more electricity shooting around.
Yeah, he's the type of back, you know, that you just fully expect to have him break it at almost any time, and you sit and wait. I think your anticipation really is. Hey, look at him. Here's what I mean. Inside the 50 to the 48, he was just a step from going outside. He's so deceptive. You know, you've seen great running backs, and he certainly falls in that category. He looks as though he's just kind of loafing.
Coming right at you, little sidestep, kind of goes slow. Now, watch him accelerate right here. Puts a great move, cuts back at that point on Derek Martin, and then, of course, after about 7 yards, which almost was nothing, working his way to the outside, trying to find that crack to open it up.
He's about at 35 yards now, shy of the 2,000 mark. We'll give him credit for 6 there, 2nd and 4. There he is again inside the 45 to the 44, and it appears to be a first down. If that indeed is the case, he's got that yardage. That would put him up at 39. Hartman was there to make the stop. See if the officials, as they eyeball the down marker and coming over to get the chain, they'll bring it up for a measurement.
Cedric has been primarily utilized as a pass rusher as they're bringing him in to see if it is the first, but Ced pressed into a little more duty here today, and he said he likes to play more in the run.
First down. First down at the 44-yard line. Give him 4 more. So that's going to reduce it now to about 31 yards. That's just a guesstimate on my part, but it's very close. I doubt that we'll be worried about a yard or so with Herschel. I think he goes over. He needs 30 now for 2,000 yards. All right, officially. Only 5 men have ever done it in all of football history. At least of those 5 we've given to to that 2,000-yard mark with every carry. Put the ball up to 25.
You know, over at the hotel today, talking with several of the coaches, I said, doesn't Herschel ever get battered or beat up? They said if you could see his hands, they are just totally scarred and bruised and hammered from using that to push off those headgears.
He maintains that that's caused most of the problems he had dropping the ball in the early going. Walker's at the 20. Walker is down to about the 16-yard line. That could be another 10 yards. It's 1st and 10 at the 16, and he's going to get 9 more anyway on that burst up the middle.
And did a 360 as he hit in there. He had some daylight. Nice crack over the right side. Wayne Harris, the offensive right guard, Kent Hall, both of them played 4 years together side by side at Mississippi State. They're the strength of that offensive line. But Walker, once he got that daylight, he did the 360, and Montemalayuna was just hanging on to stop him.
13 yards is what the man needs to reach the plateau of 2,000. What a landmark that is in pro ball. Napple, out of time, pumps in the end zone. His man was wide open. Tried to get to McConaughey on one bounce.
Oh, and what a break, because Derek Martin had fallen down. McConaughey putting a great post-corner move, and at that stage, Martin just slipped and went to the turf. And Napple had just a little bit more poise to hold that ball, or a second more, and hadn't been quick to pull the trigger, knowing that McConaughey was going to be getting to the back of the end zone. He really had an easy sixer.
20-6 the score in favor of Oakland. The ball is at the 16 of the Invaders, and the Generals have a second down. Play action, Napple pitching back. Tullis again. Driven out of bounds as he crosses the 10, drive him out at the 9, pick up of 7. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Well, there's a play you won't see very often, an option which Chuck Fairbanks utilized so well through his college career. You'll see Napple coming down the line, the fake out of the eye. Here comes Tullis down from his left side split end position, and then Napple pitching out to him, and of course Tullis taking it in deep. They used that, you know, speaking of that, Tom, talking to him, they said they had that in their repertoire before the game, and they said they had not used it. I said, since when? They said since about 6 weeks ago when they played Chicago.
3rd and 3 at the 9-yard line. Quinn made the stop. Bowers was the guy trying to throw the block. There's Carthen, and he's fighting his way for what appears from here to be the first down at the 5-yard line. Duncan comes up to make the stop. Carthen is a 6'1", 225 rookie running back out of Arkansas State, and he's got a first down, so it is 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. This drive by the New Jersey Generals, the best they've displayed for us today. They started at their own 46-yard line, and they have moved downfield now to a 1st and goal at the 5. Prior to that, their offense had come unglued almost before it got started. Their touchdown came as a result of a recovery inside the 5 and a 1-yard plunge by Herschel Walker. Herschel dives to the middle of the line and gets very close to the 2-yard line, which would give him another 3 and reduce his magic number down around the 9-yard mark now.
And here comes the goal line unit of the Oakland Invaders. 5 new defensive personnel come into the ball game, and you look at Herschel Walker, and most of the time where he runs control, now he's into that scoring territory. Here he does not take his time. He just blows it in there full tilt, gets as much leverage and momentum as he can. That time he carried the pile for 3.
Well, they're having fun with his statistics because it's 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line. Herschel driving into the middle, maybe got a yard. The scoreboard said the 3-yard line. It was not. The ball was at the 2. You could see it at home. And it was 2nd and goal there. And here's Walker again.
Off that right side. In front of him there, Wayne Harris and Todd Thomas, Kent Hull, the center. They're the people trying to move it out. But good surge by the defensive unit of the Invaders to stop Herschel short of the goal line.
It is now 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line. So he got an additional yard. He's down to about 8 now. I don't know why the scoreboard insists on calling it the 2nd-yard line. You at home can see that it's down on the 1. 3rd down, big play time for everybody. Walker, he's in the end zone. Herschel has scored the 2nd Generals touchdown, and he moves even closer now to the 2,000-yard mark. He's less than 10 away from that magic plateau. A very good drive, Don Heinrich, by the Generals. They went all the way from their own 46.
Excellent drive coming off the left side. It's a good block by the fullback, the lead man, Troy McMillan, the offensive left McMillan, the left guard. Ted Cirillo, the left tackle. Moving them back. McMillan, 63. And Herschel takes it in. A nice crack there. You can't get much more daylight than that when you're down near that goal line. And you get a guy like Herschel. He can take the crack, stay on the ground, but he has that jumping ability that he can go over the top.
He's got 2 scores now today. That puts him to 15 in that regard. He's in motion. They're going for 2. 20 to 12. Napple. Up for grabs. Batted away. In the secondary, Duncan knocked it down. A flag down. Hold everything. Napple knocked off his pins.
There might be roughing on Oakland. As you'll see Napple rolling to his right. Jumping in his face, he avoids the first man. Coming across is Monty Bennett. And they give him just a little shot towards the tail end.
Number 91 on the defense. Be a retry.
And Monty Bennett is the man that's called. The New Jersey Generals have tried more 2-point conversions this season than any club in 9. They had made 4. Now that'll move the ball to the 1-yard line or possibly the 1.5, the way it's sitting there, because it's moved back. So we'll see just what kind of a call here. I think Herschel's got to be the man with the football.
Well, 2 points would be a mighty big item right now. The give to Herschel on the sweep, and he burrows his way in for 2. I mean, he looked like a guy diving into a little hole in the ground, didn't he?
He did.
Slipped in there for 2. And now a touchdown, would put this New Jersey club on top. So they get 2 points, and they go to 20 to 14.
Here you see it again. 64, the right guard. Wayne Harris pulling in front of it. You'll see him get a block right there on the right side. Then in front of Walker is Maurice Carthen, the fullback. He sees the little daylight, goes down in low, takes it in. They're 5 for 10 on 2-pointers this year.
And New Jersey gets closer. The score, Oakland 20, New Jersey 14. We'll be back after this. So the Generals put together their best drive, a 54-yarder, and they come up with 8 points, and they draw closer. Kickoff, and the ball is taken at the 15 to the 20. Beautiful return. Driven down and out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Great return by Mark Lewis. Over to make the stop was Donnie Harris. And boy, Lewis has got some quick feet. So great field position for Oakland. They lead 20 to 14. We'll be back. The ball game is very much up for grabs in better than 5 minutes. Almost 6, in fact, remain in the 3rd period. As New Jersey galvanized themselves into action, Walker gets the touchdown plus the 2-pointer. Here we are at 20 to 14. Oakland with the ball now. 3rd period action. Chester backs off the line of scrimmage. He's caught 1 touchdown pass from Basana. Play action fake. Pass over the middle. Tried to hit Wyatt Henderson at about the 48-yard line, but Basana had it just too low. No telling, Don, how far Henderson might have gone had Basana gotten that ball up about another 1.5 or 2 feet.
Well, they were coming out of the I formation. They had the flow going the other way to kind of pull the defensive secondary and linebackers away to the right side where Basana was going to throw it. And on that side, Henderson ran the quick post. Was wide open. It would have been a foot race if Basana got it up.
No question about it. All right, again, Henderson to the right side. Banks is set to the left. Basana back to throw. That's Whittington behind the line. Arthur knows what to do with the time. Closest distance between 2 points out to the 42, maybe the 43.
Little quick one-man screen out there as they had both sides going. That's a situation where Basana reads the side that he feels is the most vulnerable as they flare the other back, Jack Holmes, out of there. But obviously Arthur Whittington, who is an excellent receiver and very capable of going all the way, was his first choice.
He had 56 catches coming into this ball game, put him 8th in the USFL statistic in receptions. And of course, he's the number 3 running back in the league. Whittington, that is. Basana to throw. Pass is caught at the 47. Very close to the first down. Be interesting to see where the officials mark this in relation to the down strike.
It will also be interesting if it is not a first down, because they're going to give him all of it as they're going to look for a measurement.
I think it's short, Coach.
Will John Ralston choose to go for it, or like on the last drive, which looked like the the Herschel Walker show, he virtually lugged it all the way downfield for that touchdown to close the gap here. It is going to be 4th down, and I would think that they'd want to kick it away.
Well, that's what the indication is. As they, oh, wait a
a lot of success. Now they're pulling those guards a little bit more flexibility to start to throw again. Control patterns. That time, Frank Fraser, the right guard, was pulling from his right guard position to the left. Opened a little bit of a crack. They only got a couple out of it, though.
3 minutes remain in the third period. 20-14. Oakland leading. They've got the ball. Receiver set to the right. That'd be Banks and Henderson. Basana looks to his right. Comes out in the flat. Complete at the 45. Whittington driven out of bounds at the 36-yard line. King Arthur's everywhere today. Running with it, catching it, and running with it some more. Gifted back, but I think we may have told you that. Flag down back at the 47. Hold everything.
Well, that could hurt. You know, last week,
Going to be holding against the offense.
Last week, Arthur Whittington carried 24 times for 92 yards, and he had 8 receptions for 66 more. So like you said, he does everything.
Number 53 on the offense will be second down.
That's Jeff Harper, the center, that's guilty of that infraction, and that really hurts because they were down around the 40-yard line in New Jersey. Now they got long yardage.
And we've got a timeout being taken on the field now as one of the players has gone over. There's Woodland, the nose tackle, middle guard shaken up. He's gone off. And now that they've got the injured player off the field, they've got the ball marked ready for action to continue. Put it back at the 41. That came back, of course, from the 49 of New Jersey. So it's going to be 2nd and 17. That's the call facing Basana now. He leads 20-14. We're in the closing 2 minutes here of this third period, and a lot of football yet to be played. Shadows lengthen here at Alameda County Coliseum. Oh, boy, what a hit on Whittington. Up from the secondary, that's Steve Hammond, a rookie out of Wake Forest. And Arthur, who isn't the biggest guy in the world, nailed by Hammond, who's 6'4" and 225. I'm talking the ball is loose.
Hammond had a free shot. He knew that Whittington didn't know he was coming. Fred might have known it. He said to Basana, when he got back to the huddle, he said, "Hey, wait a minute. Don't hang me out to dry." Arthur said, "I don't like those kind of shots." Hammond is a guy that they bring in, a linebacker with good quickness that they utilize when they bring in their 4-down linemen like they have now in the 5 defensive backs.
3rd and 17. Basana, one thinks the air. He needs a lot of territory, and he's back to throw. Gets a rush, and the Generals are in to dump him. Suddenly, Don Heinrich, the Generals have found that fickle lady, momentum, has swung to their side a bit. They put together a nice 56-yard drive. Here they are, stopping Oakland. They're going to get the ball back. One thinks in pretty good position, and they're down by only 6 points.
Well, as many problems as New Jersey had moving the football in the first half, and Oakland has been essentially a second-half football team, not New Jersey. But, as you indicated, you don't want to give it club a chance, and when they scored 6 points, that perked up the defense, and now they shut down the Invaders.
So it's Talley back to punt it away, and Lott is awaiting the football at the 25. Very high snap from Marcus Quinn, but the Talley pulls it down and hits his best of the afternoon. What a beauty. Gets a nice bounce, does Mr. Lott. We'll see about the Oklahoma man returning it just to the 15-yard line. Well, everybody got away pretty good there. Talley got the high snap, pulled it down, hit it good. Lott barely got it back. We'll be back in a moment. 2.5 minutes remain. The ball is at the 15-yard line. The Generals have it back. They're down by 6 points, trailing 20-14. And suddenly it's anybody's ball game. McConaughey is flanked wide to this side. Tom has got 3 touchdown catches coming into this ball game. Napple at his own 15-yard line to Herschel Walker on the reverse. Whoa! Tullis is giving ground, but trying to come back upfield. Got back to about the 8, maybe the 9, and fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. And Oakland was waiting for that reverse.
Well, David Jefferson, the linebacker, was the first man driving him deep. You'll see the handoff, the double handoff, if you will, from Walker to Tullis coming back as they tried that trickery. But good position, 55 right there was Jefferson. Now he has nowhere to go as he's pinned in at that point. Puts a good move on Frank Maliuna, but then the rest of the pursuit, Cedric Hartman, the whole crowd helps him out. And that's one thing that they wanted to do was stay at home today. That time it worked in their favor.
2nd and 15. Bowers in motion. He's the tight end. Napple with the play action downfield. Oh, it is intercepted at the 30. To the 25. And down at the 27-yard line The big interception coming up with the ball for Oakland is Kenny Daniel.
That's his third, second today. Once again, Napple dropping back. Little play action fake to Walker coming into the right side. Looked like they made a mistake because the receiver was breaking to the inside at that point, Mike Freed, but Kenny Daniel had stepped in front of it. It looked like Napple had expected Freed to break underneath. He did not.
Oakland gets the ball. The big break. They lead 20-14. We'll be back after this. The Invaders have it, and a little play action and a reverse. Well, they ran that down to the 17-yard line, and Banks, with a big crowd of white jersey generals around him. Boy, I tell you, everybody wants to run that little trick play this afternoon.
They certainly do. I've seen more reverses here this afternoon. Really, only one worked effectively, and that was when Tullis for New Jersey got about 8 or 9 yards out of it. Other than that, it's really been pretty much just kind of something to keep people at home type of a play.
2nd and 5. Banks did get 5 yards on it. Oakland leading 20-14. Big time now for the Invaders. They're at the 17. Vasana with a ton of time. Over the middle, complete. Inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. And Aldrich, the man who caught it. And Rod Schultz, the man who caught him. But not till he got to the 8-yard line. And a 1st and goal, Oakland.
Good throw by Vasana at this point. Dropping straight back, backpedaling, so he keeps everything in front of him. You see a stunt going on with the white offensive line. But coming out of the backfield, Aldrich with Schultz right on top of him, makes an excellent catch and picks up some very nice yardage where it's 1st and goal at the 8.
They brought in Vince Randall, another tight end, to bookend the line with Raymond Chester. As Banks has come out now, and it's 1st and goal, and we've got Whittington in motion. Vasana rolling, looking, throwing. Oh my! Off, then dropped off the field of play. Whittington beside himself. Thought he pulled it down for a score.
He thought he was in there. The official said no. He was right on the sideline. Said, "You are out of bounds, Arthur." Arthur's got his headgear off. He's coming back to talk to the official.
He's upset, very upset.
Now he's smiling. You see the throw right here, and on the sideline as Arthur's feet go 1 into the end zone, 2. Well, it's hard to say, folks, from our angle. It looked like he was juggling the football right at that point. Didn't have possession in terms of the officials' thinking.
Sure looked like he had most of those size 9s in the end zone when he came down. 2nd down and goal at the 8-yard line. Vasana looking, pumps. Great catch, touchdown Oakland. Beautiful reception, Henderson.
And you know what was so great about that was Vasana, as he looked out to the left side, one of the few times tonight that he used that eye action as you get a lot of high fives and enthusiasm, a little dance in the end zone. As the people that play with the Invaders are all enthusiastic for Gordon Banks as he scores his 3rd touchdown of the season. But Vasana looking to the left, coming back to the right. Right there, you see him looking to the right side of your screen. Now comes back to that side a little bit. Henderson for 6 points. I believe I said Banks, I meant Henderson.
And Wyatt Henderson, the forgotten man, suddenly gets a touchdown catch, and that's his 9th of the year. And Shea's extra point try is good. And Oakland advances its lead now as they go on top, 27-14.
Raymond Chester also open, gets the good outside release, just moving right into the flat. He's taking a look. Now he does the right thing, turning it upfield, but he sees the quick post move already being thrown.
Timeout, 27-14. Oakland leads. We'll be back after this. He thought it was coming their way. It has swung back to Oakland now. The kickoff to Lott at the 7. Over the 30 and out to the 32-yard line. That's Quinn, number 40. And number 58 is David Shaw, the 2 defenders down to make the stop for the Oakland Invaders. Lott brings it out to the 32, and New Jersey will start 1st and 10 at that point. But for the Generals, from the opening touchdown, as Vasana's thrown 3 tonight, the first one going to Whittington, why the Generals have been fighting an uphill battle. 19 touchdown passes. Vasana, Chester, and Henderson played no favorites tonight. We've got 2 field goals by Shea. This is Walker coming in motion, still a few yards shy, just a handful of 2,000. yards, a minute 33. Walker needs only 8 yards. That was the amount of the pass to Henderson. That's what Walker needs to reach 2,000. It is second down now for the Generals. 6 yards to go on their 36-yard line. Walker and Carson are the setbacks. Napple back to throw. Intercepted. Picked off by Plummer. At the 45. The 40. Down to the 37-yard line. There's a flag way downfield. But Plummer was there to make the interception, I tell you.
Not bad for a former defensive tackle, would you say? Showed some good hands.
He's beautiful. He's played not too far away from here, down at Strawberry Canyon on the University of California campus. He's a rookie. Handsome, highly articulate youngster, and boy, can he play the game.
Looks like the penalty is going to be against the Invaders at this point.
Well, I tell you.
And Plummer would have gotten just removed from his 4th interception of the season.
Well, it's going to make Napple happy. Let's see what Bill White's got to say. Here comes the call.
Pass interference, number 24 on the defense. It'll be first down.
Derek Martin guilty of pass interference, and Napple's got to breathe a sigh of relief over that. The crowd here does not much care for that call, understandably enough. So it's going to be New Jersey first and 10 and move it to the 49, for the 50, and on the Oakland side of the midfield stripe. That's Herschel in motion. Napple back to throw. Got his man at the 30-yard line. And he stopped standing straight up at Slauson. Mark Slauson played his college ball at the Citadel. 6'3", 195-pounder. Mark it down at the Oakland 35. That's a pickup of 14.
And wide open in there as he just, nothing fancy about it, took it straight downfield and squared it in, broke it straight across like a big L. Hit the center of the zone, double covering on the outside, and with good protection that time, Napple had the good form throw, drilled it down the middle, picked up the 14.
McConaughey has come on now to replace Slauson in the offensive set. And here's Walker coming in motion. Back down, Bradley at quarterback, and the pass is thrown short. Gene Bradley from Arkansas State is now in at the quarterback spot. We probably called Napple a moment ago. It is Bradley who's come on to replace Napple.
So obviously, Chuck Fairbanks slipped him in that last series. Bradley originally was a number 2 choice of the Buffalo Bills, and when he was offered scholarships in baseball, basketball, and football. At one point in his career, he pitched for the Boston Red Sox organization, had a fastball clocked at 91 miles an hour.
He's got a second down and 10, and he's back to throw. Downfield, complete to the 11-yard line. Beautifully thrown pass. McConaughey was there. Defensively, Fred Williams was there.
And you know what he did so well right there, Tom? Bradley got back, got set, and let it go. He didn't hesitate. He knew where it was going, the timing, with pretty good coverage at that point. As he backed straight out, keeping everything in front of him rather than running back, but he gets set. Nice fire over the right shoulder, drills it in at that point, and the timing of it was absolutely perfect.
So Bradley's moved this football team very well, thank you, down to the 11-yard line. And now it's first down for the New Jersey Generals. Taking it on the rollout. Oh, my. Threw it right into the arms of Frank Manu Maliuna, who is more than a little bit upset.
Was he ever?
I would be a bit surprised to see that Samoan do a little war dance out there over that one.
Oh, he jumped on the ground. He'll never get a better opportunity than that. And Gene Bradley almost swallowed the giant olive. You'll see him rolling to the right with the play-action fake, the counter move, pulling the guard to Herschel Walker. And now, not even realizing that Manu is right in front of him. He had a receiver behind him, but he just drew a blank.
Second down and 10 at the 11-yard line. It is 27-14 Oakland, but New Jersey trying to get back in. Bradley going to have to run in the end zone. Oh, my. Tullis caught it, but he was up the paying customer seats, and then he staggers along by the dugout over there. Not hurt, fortunately. He's all right.
Actually, a pretty good move by Bradley. He knew there was nowhere to go once he got flushed out of the pocket. So, more than anything else, he was just going to make sure that he got it out of the end zone he was throwing to Cullen so he'd get another chance. He wasn't going to put it into a crowd. He dodged a bullet a moment ago.
Bradley, not that we want to apologize for missing him coming into the game, but he's easy to kind of overlook. He's only thrown the ball 6 times in his season since coming on, and now here he is with a 3rd down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Rolling to his right. Incomplete. Would have been way short. There's a flag. Hold everything. And he tried to get it to his McConaughey, but I don't know what McConaughey would have done with it. Here's Bill White.
Illegal touching by the offense. Will be lost it down. Will be 4th down.
Loss of down.
Illegal touching by the offense as John Ralston's down there. He wants a little better interpretation of it. Coach Chuck Fairbanks, as he quickly whistles Mark Slauson into the game with a play. Very, very crucial play right here as far as New Jersey's concerned.
Well, they're going to get many more golden opportunities. It is 12 minutes on the clock. It is 4th down and 10. The ball is at the 11-yard line. They're down 27-14. And young Gene Bradley gets a chance to be a hero here. Touchdown in the end zone. Beautifully done. And the man who came up with the catch is Mark Slauson. And so Bradley, in his first extended appearance in a New Jersey General uniform, gets him a touchdown on a drive that eventually goes 68 yards.
Dropping back, Bradley has plenty of time. Good protection in there. Slauson, the man that brought the play in, comes across the middle with that just down and in type of a move, sort of straight across into the zone, and the good protection gave Bradley plenty of time to wait it out. That is Slauson's first touchdown and his 13th catch of the season.
Slauson and Bradley can celebrate together tonight. That's Bradley's first. In fact, they're probably saying we should have been playing all along. There's the try for the extra point. It's up and it's good. And so the score here as Oakland leads 27-21 with 12 minutes remaining in the game. As it is here, 27-21, Oakland leading in the kickoff now, coming to the Invaders. Lewis comes up over the 20 to about the 24, and then a lot of the New Jersey Generals meet him there, and a flag is down on the play. Bill White conferring with his officials there.
Well, you know, we talked about New Jersey having problems scoring in the second half. They scored a couple of touchdowns here in this ball game. The Invaders, who normally have good output in the second half of a football game, are having their problems.
So they had offsetting penalties, personal foul call against the hands against Aro Penaranda, running back for the Oakland Invaders. Let the play go and bring the ball out to the 25, and Oakland will have it 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Herschel Walker is 8 yards away from 2,000, so we'll keep that in mind, awaiting his next offensive appearance. Raymond Chester pulling tacklers with him, in this case big number 59, that would be Maurice Clemens. Chester's been a very viable item in this ball game today, but when hasn't he? Magnificent 13-year career. Boy, he got up there a little bit like old folks, though, Chester. Oakland's had great scoring in the late going. Raymond Chester coming off Liverpool. The nice is never mind. I'll stay out here. Better than anybody in one leg when he got up there on the bench with 2 good ones.
Well, he just took a little inside release. It was just kind of a slant. And Rod Choate, the linebacker to that side, number 56. Cardinal Sin let him get inside. Lasana hit him, picked up a nice first.
Yeah, 15 yards. First down at the 40. Whittington head down and straight ahead to the 42, maybe the 43. Getting a hand on him in there for some of the action was Mike McKibben, 53. 3-year outside linebacker out of Kent State.
You know, Raymond Chester was one of a family of 9 children. Rod Choate, the linebacker to his side, number 56, he is the second youngest in a family of 10, so they know what it is to fight for a spot at the dinner table.
And to be in a crowd, too, and to get shoved around a little bit. there to make the catch was Holmes, and over to grab onto Holmes was Johnny Joyce. Mark it at the 47, a gain of 5, 3rd and 3.
Len Kazmarek, the umpire, was the official that quickly jumped in there right on top of it in the event people thought it might have been trapped. Certainly Invader fans didn't think so, but a few of the New Jersey General people did.
7-0 Invaders, 7-6, 14-6, 17-6, 20-6. They've been leading throughout this entire game. They were close at 20-14 with the Generals, and now they're down by 6 at 27-21 over the middle. Chester, first down. Chester gets the first down. He gets wrapped up again by Clemens, but not before he had first down territory inside the 50.
Chester felt just a little bit. You'll see Clemens, number 59, moving across. You'll see Chester coming in from the right side of your screen as Clemens is closing. Kazmarek, the umpire, falls down. Chester felt that Clemens got to him just a little bit quick and grabbed him, but he still got it up to the first.
I think Kazmarek got knocked down. It's a dangerous spot to be.
Yeah, it is. You got to be a toreador.
Whittington on the sweep, forcing him to go outside. Very good defense. Very, very good defense by the Generals, and they drive him down out there. Schultz was the guy that really extended the whole play, and Schultz right there congratulating everybody and low-fiving and high-fiving everybody, white uniform or blue. Schultz kind of limping a little bit as he goes back to the line of scrimmage. Rod's been around a while. Outstanding All-American. You'll recall his college days at Oklahoma, I'm sure. 7-year pro.
Two-time All-American while he was there.
2nd and 10, Oakland at the Generals' 48-yard line. It's a 27-21 game, and this series very important for Oakland. Obviously, very important for New Jersey as well. Vasana, back to throw. Into and out of the hands of Arthur Whittington, and King Arthur just a little upset that he's looking for any sympathy over there across the way in the white shirts. He's not going to find it.
He certainly is, and I'll tell you what, had he caught that ball, that's why he's so disgusted with himself. You see him grabbing his head. He had plenty of running room. The flow had all gone the other way. There's no telling how far he'd have gone. And Whittington in a down lineman position as he's blitzing, trying to get to the inside. Kurt Yonker doing a good job keeping him out of there. But really the throw was there to King Arthur, and he just flat dropped it.
Big play time now, 3rd and 10, Oakland. They're at the 48 of New Jersey, and they lead by 6. Long count. Could be audibilizing. Young Mr. Vasana backpedaling, rushed. Can he get away? Being chased, throws it. Incomplete. Feeling a lot of pressure, I'm sure, from Skillman, big number 91, and Vasana, who has 3 touchdown tosses, couldn't get that one put together. And it's going to be 4th down and punting situation. Talley, the number 1 man in the league in that area, comes on the field, and dropping back Thomas Lott. So this New Jersey Ball Club, some congratulations to the defense across the way, and now we'll see if the offense fired up can get back and get this game tied or even go on top. Time remaining, 8-12. A big possession indeed coming up now for New Jersey. Talley moved it over 60 yards earlier, gets the snap, angling it for this side, trying to kick it out of bounds, and has done a very fine job. It's going to be inside the 20. We'll see where the judge walks it up. Marking it out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. New Jersey gets it back. We'll be back in a moment. Generals down by 6. It's a 27-21 ball game. Take over on their own 18-yard line. Herschel Walker, to bring you up to date, needs but 8 more yards to reach the plateau of 2,000. 2,000, of course, is puts him in a category along with Jimmy Brown, O.J. Simpson, Peyton, Andrews, and of course Wilbert Montgomery. Carson with it to the left. Flag down, and Carson carries out very close to the 30-yard line. Now the flag came down, thrown by the line judge. I don't know for what.
Mike Freed coming off the field looked like he got his bell wrong. He was pretty wobbly going across there.
You know, he threw that flag at least 40 yards away from where the ball was being carried. Going to be against the Oakland Invaders. That's why.
Well, the Invaders defensively have been doing an excellent job for the most part containing Herschel today.
looking for room, couldn't find a chance to turn the corner, and he was hemmed in by Duncan. Frank wouldn't let him get away.
Well, I would have to say they've gone to the well, both clubs. One or two or even three times too many, because the reverse has not helped them out at this point. The offensive line, which is coached by Bill Austin, one of the outstanding offensive line coaches, and has been around the league for a long time, not only with the NFL, but having joined him here, former head coach, started his career with Vince Lombardi. He's saying, guys, let's get some daylight up front.
Yancey replaces Daniel, who went out holding his left arm. Oh, my. The ball comes away from the line of scrimmage. A whistle has been blown. Bradley just walked away, and the ball just flopped in the air.
I'd have to say Bradley anticipated his own count, and the ball didn't come up, and he might have forgotten the count.
Bradley is quite lucky that ball was considered dead and not live.
Yes, he is.
It's going to be a penalty, 5-yard walk-off, false start. Bradley was quite cavalier in the handling of the football.
He figures it's going to draw a crowd, but I'll tell you, at this stage of the football game, 7-11 to go, score 27-21, favor of Oakland. They can't afford any mistake.
Oh, no, and there's a chance for this. That's Jimmy Anderson, the trainer for the Oakland Invaders, working on Daniel, the cornerback. A chance for New Jersey to pull off an upset. They were underdogs and to win this football game. Oh, my. Raising right up off the line of scrimmage. Going to be another false start by the offensive line of this New Jersey General Ball Club, and they are in there talking to one another now.
You have to wonder a little bit with Napple, who's just been in the ball game a couple of weeks in a row. His first start last week, this being his second. Now Bradley. No, I say that Napple with his cadence. Now Bradley comes in. You have to wonder if the offensive line, for lack of Bradley's playing time, different voice, different intensity.
Well, you can add one more item, and Lirenko, who's a brand new member of the ball club, having come over in the trade for Scott, he was the guy that stepped up off the line. Bradley's pass complete at the midfield stripe to the 49. Going to be about 3 yards short of the first down, but Bradley drills his receiver, and Williams is there to make the grab, and McConaughey again, who has been the favorite target in these 10 situations.
Well, coming underneath, McConaughey gets a nice catch, and then the corner dropping in. They were into the double zone look at that point, and right there, Fred Williams comes in to ice it.
So it is 3rd down and 4 yards to go. The ball is at the Invaders' 49-yard line. 27-21 in favor of Oakland. Oh, my, jumping across the line of scrimmage in a rush with Cedric Hartman. Here's Bradley throwing it long downfield, and it's going to be intercepted at the 15. Back to the 30 to the 35-yard line.
But a good play by Bradley at that point, because he knew that Cedric was offside, so he was really getting a free one right there. He could let it fly, got his arm hit just a little as he threw it.
Williams intercepted it. And now the officials, it's going to be offside Oakland, and that's going to give them, the Generals that is, a first down.
That was Cedric that got a hand on him. He just lays it up over the top, and at that point, Fred Williams is just sitting back there waiting it, fielding it like a center fielder, and it doesn't make any difference. It's going to be 5 against the Invaders.
I'll remind you,
Number 86 on the defense. It'll be first down.
Sharon Smith and Tom Mees will be along with Bob Lee, and Sharon Smith will be along with Sports Center. There's Chuck Fairbanks saying, fellas, let's kind of slow it down and keep it under control. We've got 6:15 to go and a chance to win this game. Boy, Bob and Sharon will be along to bring you up to date on all of what's been happening in the world of sports today. There's Herschel Walker, needs 8. Plummer gets him, and he's dropped at the 40-yard line. Line of scrimmage was the 45, so Herschel has gotten 5 yards as they mark it to the 40. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the Invader 40.
Here's Herschel. Really classic move. You'll see him take that side step. He'll come straight up. Now watch the veer to the left right there. Slips through the hole. And then Plummer, who's a fairly deep-set linebacker, comes up to drill him at that stage. Plummer having gone out of the game twice today with injuries, but he's in there now when it counts.
5:38 to go. Herschel needs 4 yards now to reach the match the 11-yard line. Flag down. They may have hit him an extra shot. And a flag down back up at the line of scrimmage at the 44. I don't know what the line of scrimmage would be. The officials will sort the two of them out. The ball out of bounds at the 10.
Well, right here, Bradley dropping back, faking to Herschel. Play action. Hardman coming in from the right, but plenty of time. And as he fires it down the sideline to Bowers, who's got 4-6 feet, has got open, figured a little late shot right there as they call it on Frank Duncan.
We have number 77 on the offense holding. We have number 42 on the defense. Illegal use of hands. Offset. We're going to replay. Second down.
2nd and 5. If you go back, you'll see that Thomas, I think, might have been called almost for an illegal block, but they laid holding on him at the line of scrimmage.
And then 42, Frank Duncan got nicked for just a little bit of a late shot.
Well, the Invaders have to come away with the very best of that exchange.
Well, the best part of this drive, as far as New Jersey is involved, has been by the way of penalties. A couple of big ones to keep it going. However, as you mentioned earlier, Coach Chuck Fairbanks on the sideline trying to get his club to settle down, maintain their composure. There's plenty of time with 5:26 to go in the ball game, trailing by 6, 27-21. He says, guys, let's not lose our cool.
McConaughey wide to the left, and Frady is flanked in the slot at the left side. Walker's number 34, and he needs 4 yards to get to 2,000. Bradley passing, intercepted at the 30, to the 40. Martin down the sidelines, may go all the way, and there he is, touchdown. Derek Martin.
And the Invader players swarming all over Derek Martin in the end zone. The whole bench has emptied. Derek Martin, his 2nd interception of the season. What a timely one as we look again. Bradley dropping back in that straight drop back. Derek Martin stepping right in front at that point of Mike Freed. And down the sideline, picks up some nice blocks here. Looks like a running back. Right there, Lonnie Green, 70. Makes that first block. And now watch Martin put the ball in the air. Lucky he might not drop it, quite frankly.
72 yards is what they're crediting him with. 72 yards. And Martin has been hit more by his teammates than he was by anybody down the side.
The whole bench dumped him. They were happy.
33-21. 34-21. And again, the Invaders have widened their margin over New Jersey. Just when the Generals get close, Oakland finds a way to go on top by more. We'll be back after this message. 72 yards credited as Chuck Fairbanks. Glumly looks down at his notes now. And John Ralston, active, bouncing up and down the sidelines, the kickoff, and Lott settling under the ball at the 5-yard line. Field is the 32, out to the 33-yard line, so New Jersey, again with good field position, and now a little bit of an argument, a scuffle. A lot of finger pointing, some people shoving one another around.
Flags go down.
Joyce is over there. Number 81 has been involved.
Emotions running a little high here today.
Really. Number 81 for the Invaders, taking part in all the activity, is Ron Wheeler at tight end.
Chuck Fairbanks out on the field as he's helping get Steve Hammond off to the sideline. You go back to Derek Martin.
We have a personal foul. Number 54 on the white. What's the other one? Personal foul. Number 42 on the blue. Offset. Be first down right here at the spot.
Well, Frank Duncan was caught twice when he hit Bowers out of bounds.
Hold it. Now there's a flag thrown, and the official is pointing over at the Oakland side of the field.
One of the coaches was out on the field. Can't tell which one it is. But going back to Derek Martin, he's no stranger from the South Bay, played at San Jose State, so he's in home territory here as John Ralston talks to the official.
Well, now the official's pointing at somebody. He said you took the flag, and they threw his flag back. So whether or not they'll give him an extra 15 for running off the official's equipment, that's something else. He's talking to Cedric about it. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Don Heinrich, where a guy walking along behind the bench got 15 yards for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, I saw a coach get one in the tunnel in the Los Angeles Coliseum.
Well, this
you can
happened
believe
in
that
the
at halftime.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 21 on the defense. It'll be first down.
So one of the players for the Oakland Invaders took the official's flag in a show of disgust over the call and walked off the field with it. The official went to get it and laid 15 on him. They're calling it against Penaranda, apparently. New Jersey, 1st and 10, out at the 46-yard line.
Good call by the official.
34-21, Walker in motion, needs 3 yards. Oh, my. Bradley just did get the ball over to Carson, but wait a minute, Snapple back in there now, not Bradley.
And Dewey McClain, the right side linebacker, as you started to indicate, was wearing Napple like a shirt. He almost drilled him before he got it off. Came through there, no one touched him.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10, and the ball comes back to the 46-yard line. 34-21 in favor of the Oakland Invaders. Generals have been close on a couple of occasions, but mistakes. Napple has the ball banged out of his hand as he cocked his arm and brought it forward. Recovered there on top of the play was Lirenko, but he was called for being in the act of throwing it forward and incomplete.
Well, that was Cedric Hartman, who has been a premier pass rusher through his career. He led this club in sacks, almost had another one there as he caught his arm. Lirenko, as you mentioned, coming over from Chicago, he had been in the NFL a while, and at one point he did a great job on Art Still, one of the great defensive ends at Kansas City. Cedric is giving him fits.
3rd and 10 now for Napple, back in at the quarterback spot. Pass over the middle, complete, but short of the first down at the 47-yard line. Walker, with the reception, should have the 3 yards he needs to be at the 2,000-yard mark. Here he is.
Walker in the backfield as he starts to circle out of there. He'll come from left to right over the middle. They clear it out, catching the football, but right at that point, Duncan comes in. The first hit over there, originally by Frank Manu Maliuna. Number 54, another angle, opens up the lane good. Throws it right down the lane, but I'm sure he's thinking of Cedric that last time around. That was Manu that made the first lick.
4th and 4, and Walker indeed has gone by 2,000. Napple throws it complete to Fowler. He's got the first down to the 40 and down to the 39-yard line. Duncan made the tackle. So Napple comes up with the big play, and Walker now has gone 2,003 yards. That is rushing and receiving, and the 6th player in all of pro football history. And I tell you, is he in with an elite group? Jimmy Brown, O.J. Simpson twice, Montgomery, Peyton, and Andrews. Now that's a group. I tell you, you'd hand the football to that crowd anytime. First down at the 39-yard line. New Jersey still trying to find a way to pull this one out. 3.5 to go. They're down by 13. Pass incomplete. Now that one to Walker. Herschel just kind of stood there and waited for it to come to him. And he'd taken a step back. He might have had the reception.
If he'd have come back for the football just a little bit, he was sort of backing away from it. Bradley, or Napple, was getting good pressure, so he threw off balance, threw off of his back foot. He really didn't have much mustard on that football. It was dying as it got there, and Walker really did not have the opportunity to adjust and get back to it.
Twice now, New Jersey has been close, and interceptions have turned them away. And the last interception, of course, saw big Martin 72-yard return for a score. Napple downfield, a catch on his knees, and back up, and bringing it to the 20-yard line was Freed. Freed got by Duncan. Ball is at the 20-yard line. And it's going to be a first down for the Generals, a 19-yard pickup. Time remaining, 2:59, and the clock ticking away, and the score is 34-21 Oakland. New Jersey at 20-14 and 27-21, within striking distance of not only making it close, but actually of going on top. They've come up empty. Walker, straight ahead, got tripped up as he gets to the 16-yard line. Herschel has gone over 2,000 yards, and now every step past the line of scrimmage fake. Napple throwing incomplete. His intended receiver was jumped unceremoniously at about the 1-yard line, but the ball bounced at about the 5. Clock stops with 2:04, so New Jersey will get one, and then we'll have a 2-minute warning timeout.
Well, that was the best place Napple could have thrown it, really, because had he put that ball up in the air, Kenny Daniel, the corner on that side, would have been in perfect position as he stepped in front, would have picked it off, but the ball went into the ground. So there was a poor throw that worked to New Jersey's advantage.
Freedy goes off the field now for the Generals, and here is a 3rd down and 6. Walker in motion. Napple back to throw. Incomplete. Tried to get it to his tight end Bowers. Good defense by Plummer.
Good job by Plummer. Did he do a good job running with Bowers? And 4'6", 40 guy Bowers releasing number 89 comes across the line of scrimmage. There's Plummer, 51, running with ball. Pretty well thrown, but he plays it. Plummer does perfectly by getting that left hand up there and knocking the football away.
2-minute warning, and with that, we've got Oakland leading 34-21. Ball will be at the 16-yard line, and it's going to be 4th down and 6 yards to go for this New Jersey ball club. They are down 34-21. They need 2 big scores. They have been within 6 points on 2 occasions at 20-14 and 27-21. But they found a way, interceptions primarily, to stall themselves. Freedy in motion. Oh, Napple gets rushed. Forget it. Sacked. McClanahan buries him in the dust back at the 30-yard line. And Oakland now, with 1:55 to go, appears to be a cinch to win its 7th ball game of the season. And they'll put some added pressure on the Los Angeles Express. They were tied with Oakland at 6-7 coming into weekend play, and they'll be home tomorrow at Arizona. Don't overlook Denver in the scheme of things in this Pacific Division. They're 5-8, and they've won 2 in a row. We'll be back for the final 1:55 after this. Our 20 and under national or world youth soccer. Well worth looking at. You'll watch it on ESPN. There's Whittington, King Arthur in the dust. Down he goes at the line of scrimmage, the 25-yard line.
Maurice Clemens, inside linebacker, coming across. The defensive line strung it out good. They anticipate that they're going to go side to side, try and eat that clock up a little bit. They'd like to turn the corner and see if they could get some yards out of it.
That's some interesting.
New Jersey taking a timeout, 1 of 3. That gives them 2 left.
So we've got a score of 13 points on top by Oakland. We'll be back after this. Bob Lee and Sharon Smith will be along with SportsCenter on ESPN. Of course, the French Open Tennis Championship going to Chris Everett Lloyd. A winner. They'll be talking about that. Herschel Walker, 2,000 yards, and all the exciting action of this ball game, and the rest of the United States Football League College World Series. You'll be brought up to date on all of it. Michigan was a winner, and now they're going to stop the clock again. Michigan beat Maine. They'll go against either Arizona State or Alabama, the winner of that game. When next year watching in as ESPN covers the College World Series from Rosenblatt Stadium in Omaha. Here in this ball game, Oakland has made 3 interceptions off the quarterbacking of Napple and the other young man, Bradley. And here's how Walker did. He now has moved in with 2,007 yards. You can see his figures there in 1983. Boy, that is an elite group, isn't it? O.J. did it twice. Brown, Payton, Andrews, Walker, and Montgomery. No one with more than 16 games. There's Herschel Walker. Delightful guys in a magnificent season. He had 112 yards today. Needed 105.
And I bet he'd trade a lot of that for a winning season this year, as they will now drop to 4-10 in their division. And you got to give a lot of credit to the defense of the Oakland Invaders, as they have essentially contained Herschel for the most part. Herschel standing there, I'm sure a little disgruntled, and he would like to see a victory.
3rd and 9 at the 28-yard line now for the Oakland Ball Club. Just content, I think, to run out the clock. No, they're still giving it all. Okay, there's King Arthur. Whittington carries it up to the 35-yard line.
You know, you talk about Arthur. He's had several good games this year, as well as his consistency. You mentioned the 3rd leading rusher. He had a couple of 100-yard games, and next
back it away, and Lana waiting the ball. Ed Basana had a great afternoon. We still haven't selected our player of the game, but we'll have to do that in the closing 45 seconds here. Talley gets the snap and rips it end over end, coming to the sideline and goes out of bounds. It'll be upfield from the 30, and the back judge just about got leveled in the little exchange. Budweiser, we're naming Fred Basana as our most valuable player of the game. Fred with 3 touchdown tosses. He 23 of 32. Here's a touchdown toss to show you some of his skills. As he steps back, pumps once, looks that way, comes back this way, down the middle. Wyatt Henderson, nice high grab in the end zone for a score. He hit earlier Whittington on a short one, and then he came back and hit Raymond Chester for another. Fred, nice smile, handsome fella. For all you do, Fred, this bud's for you. Congratulations. Good-looking guy.
I wonder if they'll send him a case of Bud after.
He's in the beer business.
Oh, I know he is. Up around
Very big seller with him.
Oh, yeah.
And he played his college ball right up the road a ways at Strawberry Canyon, University of California. Over the middle, Carthen with the grab and slides, and nobody touched him, so he crept over the 40 to about the 42. Half a minute remaining. He did not get the first down, so the clock continues to roll.
Terry Daniels, the corner over there, he got his start when Dana Noel, the regular starting cornerback, was out with a pinched nerve, but made a mistake. He got to touch him.
Back to throw. Napple again incomplete. Walker still out there. Herschel could not get it at the 48. 11 seconds, and the clock stops with the incompleted pass. Walker, over 2,000 yards, puts him in that select company that we've referred to so many times today. The great, all-time great running back, Brown, Simpson, Payton. Here's how it is in the Pacific Division now. In Los Angeles, a half game back, playing Arizona tomorrow in L.A. Denver a winner last night. Craig Morton suddenly has got that ball club back in the thought of things. They've won 2 in a row, and they go against Oakland. Morton
says this game's easy.
Next week they'll be playing Denver, this Oakland club. Oakland also has Philadelphia on the upcoming schedule. Napple finally just nobody to throw it to. They're going to stop the clock with 5 seconds. George Atea was there to bring him down. Monty Bennett as well.
That's Atea's second sack of the season. But really, Napple just stood in there far too long. You got to pull that trigger.
Napple, along with Bradley, intercepted 3 times. McGotten brings it to an end. And so while the New Jersey Generals got close a couple of times, 20 to 14, 27-21, they could not pull it out. And so it is 34-21. Oakland wins it. Walker with 2,006 yards now, and now he becomes one of that elite group who have gone over 2,000 yards running and receiving in one season. Though his team lost 34-21. Oakland now at 7-7 leads the Pacific Division by half a game. LA plays Arizona tomorrow, and a week from now it's going to be Oakland going against Denver, and they're still in it. So there it is. We'll return you now to our Sports Center and Bob Lee and Sharon Smith. Good afternoon from Oakland.
Much, Tom Kelly. So what most people thought would happen indeed did happen. Herschel Walker did go over the 2,000-yard mark in total offense, but the Oakland Invaders did win the football game. The final score, Oakland evening its record at 7-7 by winning over New Jersey 34-21. Still 4 more games this weekend, and weekend number 14 of the USFL. Here's a look at the schedule and the lines. 3 games on Sunday. Arizona at Los Angeles. The Express a 7-point favorite. Birmingham at Tampa Bay. Birmingham is a 3.5-point underdog in that game. Philadelphia at home against Michigan, a 4-point favorite there. And on Monday night, Chicago will be at Boston. The Blitz, the road team, a 3.5-point favorite there. Don't forget, we'll have that Chicago-Boston game for you on ESPN. That's live Monday night at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time from Nickerson Field in Boston. And Monday night, June 13th, we'll be back in Oakland as the Invaders host the Denver Gold in a key matchup in that very competitive Pacific Division. Once again, the final score from Oakland, California, 34-21 in favor of the Oakland Invaders.